Welcome to the 27th episode of Skyrim Cut Content. In this episode we'll be taking a look at 3 removed NPCs. What was their relevance and why were they cut? Let's find out. The relevant location to visit today is Riften, home of the Thieves Guild. Why is this relevant? Well, because today's removed characters were all connected to the Thieves Guild questline. And this is where I have to put a spoiler warning for an almost 10-year-old game. I will have to spoil some of the questline in order to give context to these cuts. So let's start off proper with this question. Do the names Rolmir, Reves or Skagger mean anything to you? The normal answer here would be no, of course not. Although some crazy people may know that Skagger is also the name of a skeleton you can find in the final game. But I'm not talking about skeletons here. Rolmir, Reves and Skagger are actually 3 Nordic men. I'll show you their faces next, and I will ask you to tell me who they resemble. Do these 3 resemble A. Thane Eriker of Solitude, B. Sont, one of the worshippers at the Elder Gleam Sanctuary, C. Each other, or D. the default male North face? In true Skyrim fashion, the options presented before you all result in the same thing. Every mentioned name here uses the default male North face, so if you chose D, good. If you chose anything at all, good as well. So what does this mean? Well, quite simply said, none of the 3 reached a character creation phase before getting cut. I often hear people say, Bethesda was so lazy when designing these characters that were removed, they all look alike. I really have to try my best not to raise an eyebrow at a statement like that. But yeah, of course they look alike. Most of them didn't get a unique design before getting cut. With that rant out of the way, what do we actually know about Skagger, Rolmir and Reves? Well, Skagger and Reves are a particle more unique than their friend because they both have their weight set to 90 instead of the standard 50. This is what causes their neck to be thicker in the headshots. It also results in a bigger body mass, as you can imagine. Another thing is that all 3 have the box unique marked in the creation kit, simply meaning that they were to be unique named NPCs and not just generic nameless bandits. It doesn't mean much in terms of gameplay, however, although in this case it is kinda ironic, I guess. That's basically everything about the 3 men in NPC form, as they don't have any special stats, factions, relationships or even an inventory. They're about as unfinished as an unfinished NPC comes. Now you might be thinking, if they're that basic, then how do you know they're related to the Thieves Guild questline? Well, that's quite easy. That's because of the prefix in their internal name. Internally, they are known as TG07 Rolmir, Reves and Skagger. TG07 refers to Thieves Guild quest number 7, which is The Pursuit. In The Pursuit, you are tasked with infiltrating Riftweald Manor, the abandoned house of the treacherous guild leader Mercer. You are supposed to get inside and look around for clues to Mercer's whereabouts, but where do these 3 goons come in? Well, while I can't really say anything for certain, I can make a pretty educated guess. While the outside of the manor is protected by one uniquely named enforcer named Vault that has more backstory than most of the companions combined, the inside of the house is protected by generic bandits, which is kinda out of place. Can you guess how many bandits are in the house? Correct, there are just 3 generic bandits. 3 generic enforcers, that seems to ring a bell. So yeah, while it can't be confirmed, I wholeheartedly believe that instead of these 3 generic bandits protecting the place, Bethesda originally opted for 3 unique characters. Why were they dropped? Well, if I had to take a guess, it was due to convenience. Creating unique characters is more work than just placing already made bandits. Now, why didn't they just use their inherit data function in order to get stats from the bandits and then focus on creating unique NPCs? I don't know. I guess it just had to go fast and they really aren't all that important in the grand scheme of things. So, would I have preferred unique NPCs? Yes. Does it really matter that they weren't included? No, not at all. I guess in a lot of cases it just comes down to personal preference. And that's about all that can be said on Skagger, Rolmir and Reves. I hope that I've just educated someone somewhere about Skyrim's Cut Content and then I'm happy. I would love to hear everyone's thoughts and or requests in the comments below, and until next episode, we have enough content to keep us going for a long while.